Hello, dear friends. There is no use in making jokes when there is no sense of humor, no intelligence to understand them, and no purity of heart to accept them without taking offense. Kindness in words creates trust. Kindness in thoughts creates kindness. Kindness in actions creates love. Sign it, Lao Tse. Opinion piece. Everything is broken. Bob Dylan's prophecy. Manufactured world crisis. United Nations sees global change. These times are not normal. Crisis means transformation. Economic system collapse. War is used as an accelerator. Let's start. A piece in The Guardian in 2021 included this prophetic song in a list of the 80 Bob Dylan songs that everyone should know. Too bad he sold his soul to the boss, in quotes, to become famous, as he himself confessed in an interview, because he didn't lack wit and creativity. Here are the lyrics of this song, in quotes. Everything is broken. Broken lines, broken strings, broken threads, broken springs, broken idols, broken heads, people sleeping in broken beds. No use making jokes, no use joking. Everything is broken. Broken bottles, broken plates, broken switches, broken doors, broken plates, broken pieces. The streets are full of broken hearts, broken words that never wanted to be spoken. Everything is broken. Continue in quotes. It seems like every time you stop and turn around, something else has just hit the ground. Broken cutters, broken saws, broken buckles, broken loss, broken bodies, broken bones, broken voices or broken phones. Take a deep breath. You feel like you are drowning. Everything is broken. Things fall to pieces in my face. Broken hands on broken plows. Broken treaties, broken bows. Broken pipes, broken tools. People bending broken rules. Dog howling, frog crunching. Everything is broken. Close quotes. It's the same thing alchemy does. Break metallic gold to turn it into aurous rust. Where are the good ETs? And why don't they put an immediate end to our planetary madness? World crisis. United Nations sees Ukraine as a global crisis because of impact on energy and food. Crisis means transformation. The UN stressed Wednesday that the war in Ukraine is a global crisis, given the impact it is having on energy, food or fertilizer markets, and the great risks it poses for all countries, especially the poorest. In quotes, no country will be able to isolate itself from a collapse of the global economic system, from the domino effect of food or fuel hoarding, or from the long-term impact of rising poverty and hunger, Secretary General Antonio Guterres stressed. The Secretary made it clear that the world has enough food, energy and financing for all countries to overcome this crisis, but said that there are inequalities coupled with distribution and logistical problems that make supply chains unable to provide answers. In quotes again, we need to get rid of bottlenecks, prevent hoarding and speculation, reform financial frameworks to allow those who need money to buy things that are essential for their countries to have access to those funds, revising rules and eligibility criteria where necessary, he advocated. Almost from the beginning of the war, the United Nations and its agencies have warned that the war crisis could hit many countries very hard, given the higher fuel prices it has cost and because both Russia and Ukraine are two of the world's largest grain and fertilizer producers. Among other things, Russia and Ukraine account for more than half of the world's sunflower oil supply and 30% of its wheat supply. According to the UN, Ukraine alone produces more than half of the wheat used by the Global Food Programme. In addition, there are 45 countries in Africa and elsewhere that import at least one-third of their wheat from Ukraine or Russia, and 18 others that buy at least half, including Egypt, the Democratic Republic of Congo, Lebanon, Syria, Somalia, Sudan, or Yemen. Opinions. First, great changes are coming. Despite the usual complaints that nothing changes, nothing improves, chaos increases, and so many other stories from those who have neither eyes to see nor ears to hear, this year 2022 will be generous, especially for those who have done their work to help build a new earth. Those who have sown wheat will reap wheat, but those who have sown tares will reap from their own seeds. Second, end of globalization. In quotes. The Ukraine crisis has put an end to the globalization we have experienced over the past 3 decades, which has accelerated the shift to digital currencies, wrote BlackRock CEO Larry Fink. He opined that the war is being used as an accelerant to reorganize the economy as the old world order crumbles and a multipolar world emerges. Supply chains will set up shop or move closer to home. As Zapp says, wars have taught us time and again that if you try to take away the freedom of humankind, you will meet great resistance. Humankind has to willingly surrender its freedom to lose this war. Fortunately for us, many humankind woke up early and offered enough resistance to get the truth out, so their main strategy was against them. Through decades of war and bad events, the dark side wants the world in chaos so that people will voluntarily give up their freedom in the name of peace and security. Fourth, according to a tweet by Glenn Beck, a new Axis alliance is forming Russia, China, India, Brazil, Mexico, etc. Think what will happen to the price of our clothes, cars, or anything with a microchip if these countries no longer trade with us. 5. System change. Over 3 billion people have now crossed over to a gold-backed system. China, Russia, India, Saudi Arabia, and many other countries not mentioned in the media are now trading on the new system. On Monday, March 21st, a new gold and asset-backed financial system began worldwide. It took only 72 hours for the new system to go live and operate in 12 countries. In the end, the world will be connected through the quantum financial system. 6. Rationing. Commodities, grains, fertilizers, herbicides, seeds and diesel fuel are the least available since 1945. It all fits into the global food shortages and rationing that could arrive by late summer 2022. 7. Ship by Mary Hawthorne. As soon as blue states began to ease restrictions, the Ukraine war gave us something else to panic about. That was not a coincidence. I think it has to do with Matthias Desmet's mass formation psychosis theory. 8. Desmet argues that mass training is known to have a great impact on an individual's cognitive functioning. It has similarities to the state of hypnosis. For Desmet, this theory is the only explanation for why even the most intelligent people do not question the official narrative and numbers that in many respects were upset. 9. The Kalergi Plan. Mass immigration is a phenomenon whose causes are still cleverly hidden by the system, and multicultural propaganda tries to present it as inevitable. It is in reality a plan conceived around the table and prepared for decades to destroy Europe. 10. We repeat that Elon Musk believes that the global financial reset could occur in the spring or summer of this year, 2022, or at the latest in 2023. Economy. First, Wall Street closes higher, led by Nasdaq and chip makers. Second, NYSE drives stocks higher and oil lower. Third, 60% of Spanish IBEX 35 stocks rise in this month of war. Fourth, Treasury bond yields decline. 5. GameStop shares rose more than 16% in Tuesday trading. 6. Trading activity rebounds to an 8-month high. 7. Powell says digital dollar must guarantee identification. 8. The US will receive up to 100,000 Ukrainians fleeing the war. 9. US imposes sanctions against North Korea's missile program. 10. Lawsuit seeks to block Insurgent Marjorie Taylor Greene from running for re-election. 11. Donald Trump sues Hillary Clinton over allegations of Russian collusion in 2016. Europe. Eurozone grows strongly in March. Second, European stocks rise on military purchases. Third, ECB to strengthen banks as access to cheap funding. 4. Euro wakens as Biden brings new sanctions plans to Europe. 5. Eurozone debt yields soar to new high. 6. Eurozone business growth was stronger than expected in March. 7. Oil falls 2% as Europe fails to boycott Russian crude. 8. Gas prices rises after Russia demands its payment in rubles. 9. German gas buyers sound the alarm about Russia's demand for the ruble. 10. Russian demand for gas payments in rubles would be a breach of contract, European Union leaders say. 11. Spain could be the solution to reduce dependence of Russian gas imports. Its undersea connections with Algeria and its extensive network of liquefied natural gas terminals give it a privileged position in Europe. 12. France warns of diesel supply problems in Europe due to Russia. 13. Brussels specifies measures and money for the needs of Ukrainian refugees. 14. The European Union will exchange refugee money at the Ukrainian Central Bank rate. 15. Poland expels 45 Russian diplomats it accuses of spying. 16. Russian ambassador says Poland has frozen Russian embassy bank accounts. 17. European criticism of Trudeau. While Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau was on a trip to Belgium, Croatian MEP Mislav Kolakusic criticized him for behaving like a tyrant in his crackdown on the Freedom Convoy protest. England. First, during his first trip to the United Kingdom, Trudeau was met by protesters outside Prime Minister Boris Johnson's office, forcing him to snake in the back. Second, Boris Johnson says Russia is trying to circumvent sanctions by using gold. Third, Kremlin spokesman says Boris Johnson is the most active anti-Russia leader. Fourth, Australia launches military space command with sights on China and Russia. 5. British royals arrive in the Bahamas amid the colonial settling of scores. 6. Jamaica will initiate the process to remove Queen Elizabeth II as head of state. 7. There is a growing support for the other 6 Caribbean states to do the same, since Barbados officially removed the Queen as its head of state at the end of 2021. 8. The Swiss National Bank has sold most of its Russia-related assets. Rumors of war. First, Ukraine fires missiles at Russian ships, one sunk and several others in flames. Second, the front line is practically frozen. Ukrainian presidential aide Oleksiy Arestovich said in a televised speech. Third, high-tech weapons provided to Ukraine to destroy its tanks and aircraft have already killed thousands of Russians. 4. According to sources, NATO is ready to send about 10,000 troops to Ukraine. 5. There is a NATO meeting and they may vote on sending troops to Ukraine, calling them peacekeepers. 6. Russia has said that if NATO troops are sent, they will be dealt with militarily. 7. According to Polish news outlet Onet, President Andrzej Duda is awaiting approval from the White House to establish a no-fly zone in the area. 8. The plan devised by the Polish Defense Ministry would envisage deployment in Ukraine as part of an international operation to enforce a no-fly zone. A starseed. You are unique. You are starseeds. By Aurora Ray. In the beginning, we all lived together as a collective whole. There were no nations or borders. There was only one planet, and we all lived together in peace and harmony. However, our way of life is rapidly changing. The Earth is becoming more and more populated, and our resources are being depleted. A beautiful planet has been polluted, eroded, and exploited by humankind for many generations. The time to reconnect with Mother Earth is now. The time to help Mother Earth heal is now. As long as she remains diseased and corrupted, we will not be healed or evolve to a higher frequency state on this Earth plane. We are here to help Earth transform into the kind of world we want her to be. We are here to help make the world a place where people can live in peace and harmony, a place that nurtures its inhabitants instead of exploiting them. Humankind faces a great challenge. We are on the brink of destruction. The only thing that can save us is to return to the ancient wisdom of the Earth. We are starseeds. We are here for a purpose. We are here to help humankind during this difficult time. Our planet needs us to awaken it from its slumber, to help it make the transition from a destructive, self-destructive race to an organic, self-created civilization. As starseeds, we are responsible for stabilizing Earth's frequency, so that we can live safe, prosperous and happy lives. As you know, our lives are being sent back and forth between this physical plane and the higher planes due to the multiple dimensional shifts that are occurring at this time. We are meant to be anchors that hold this light energy as it passes through us. This is our mission, our purpose on this beautiful planet. You are already living a starseed life with every decision you make, whether you realize it or not. The more you consciously choose to live your starseed life, the more you embody the characteristics that distinguish you from others and help make your life extraordinary. One of the best things about being a starseed is that you are part of something bigger than yourself. As a starseed, your purpose is to help others evolve in consciousness and bring healing to the planet. You are here because you have discovered that we need help, and it is time to step forward, because those who came before you have left their mark on the planet and made it what it is today. These times are not normal. The planet needs a lot of help right now, and you are here to help in many ways you can. You may feel that your life has been one big rushed event, but once you go through this process, you will begin to understand how important it is for us all to be together in this time of need, because when we come together, we become stronger as one being and accomplish so more than if we were divided into separate groups. We can heal the planet by working together, supporting each other and caring for each other as a family. You are special because of the unique way you see the world and the unique things you have experienced. Your experience is what makes you who you are, and it will help the people around you understand who you are. You are the only one of your kind, and every day you help a new human beings discover they are starseeds, the idea that they are different from others and can be trusted to make important decisions in their lives. You are every day a starseed, a one-of-a-kind person with a different point of view and the ability to see the world in a way that others do not. You have been given a gift that most people will never know, and it will stay with you for the rest of your life. This is your strength. It is what makes you different from everyone else who has never been born or will ever be born. Through the simple act of being yourself, you may not be able to see it now, but you are helping good choices become a reality for millions of people. And by helping them make their journeys easier, you are also helping humankind survive. You are unique, and you have come to help your fellow man. The world needs hope, the need for people like you to step forward and help it in its darkest hours. You are the seed of a new era. You will be the fire that ignites the darkness in this time of need. I call upon you all and all the starseeds to rise above your circumstances and shine, not in a blaze of glory, but in a soft, soothing glow that surrounds your fellow man. Let your light be seen. Let your light be felt. May your light guide and comfort your people in these difficult times. Thanks a lot, dear friends.